Welcome to our Cyrodiil Siege Guide Episode 2. Today we discuss how to defend a keep in Cyrodiil. The quickest and safest way for you to take down enemy sieges is to shoot at them from the walls. Fire ballistas work beautifully for this because they do a high amount of damage to enemy siege weapons and the player operating it. Of course, you can use other types of ballistas like lightning or cold fire. You can use any type of lancer or catapults and also trebuchets. If the enemy uses a ram on your gate, you can pour flaming oil on them through this grate over the main gate. One player can place 2 oils like this and run between them, as demonstrated here. There are slots for 2 more oils on the top level over the main gate. Again, one player should operate both oils. This is the best way to effectively utilize the reload speed of the oil. Once the gate reaches low health numbers, you'll want to add these 2 oils facing the inside of the courtyard. The oil coming down will damage the enemy players as they push through the gate. When the gate is about to open, you should add more defense in the courtyard. The center catapult goes here in the middle, with space for 1 catapult behind it and 2 to either side. That's 1 here and 1 over here. Make sure to mix and match your defensive sieges. You want to use fire, cold fire and lightning ballistas and lancers. Also, using all 3 types of catapults is best. Use the meat bag for the defile, the oil for the snare, and the scattershot catapult for the vulnerability. These are the effects you can apply to the players as they run through the AoE. Once you've placed the catapults, fill in the space with defensive ballistas. Don't put the ballistas down first because you won't have enough space for the catapults. Fire them intermittently at the gate. It makes sense to do this even before the gate reaches 0%, as the damage AoE will reach behind the gate and damage the enemies standing in the ram. You can use siege weapons to drain resources from players. Oil catapult drains stamina, and lightning ballistas drain magicka. If you use all of these defensive sieges, the enemy players will likely go splat. If you've lost the courtyard, you should retreat to the inner. Make sure to place oils over the inner gate like you did over the outer. We have another grate here for this purpose. You can fit 6 oils here. That's 1 on each corner and 2 in the middle. You can use the ramparts here to place more defensive siege weapons, firing down at the enemies below that are using ranged sieges in the archers. This way you make their siege difficult and slow it down. You can use oils, ballistas, but also catapults if you find the space. Once the inner gate reaches low health numbers, you'll want to place oil inside on the stairs. You can place 2 on either staircase, 1 on the top level here, and 1 on the middle landing, right here. Place more oils right over the inner gate so that the enemies are damaged as they push through the door. Here is the oil setup again on the other side, so that's 1 on the top and 1 on the middle. You'll end up with a pretty setup like this, with oils over the stairs and the inner gate. When it looks like the enemies are about to push through the door, you'll have to set up the fence in the inner keep downstairs. Place catapults like you did in the courtyard. Once the catapults are placed, fill in the space with defensive ballistas. Again, you'll want to place the catapults first and the ballistas second. You should place all 3 types of catapults: oil, meat bag, and scattershot. Here is the setup again from the top. The front catapult goes slightly offset to the side. and the middle catapult goes a little behind the first flag. Place one catapult on the back flag. Once they are down, fill in the space with ballistas and lancers. This is the setup for the back flag. One catapult and two ballistas or lancers have space here. What is shown here is an optimal setup of defensive sieges. If you apply this to your keep defense, your enemies will have a hard time getting inside. This setup is demonstrated for keep gates, however it will work just as well on walls if your postern wall is under attack. Thank you for watching. See you in Cyrodiil.